Werewolf movies were pretty popular in the 80s. Two of the most influential and beloved werewolf movies of all time were released in 1981, The Howling and American Werewolf in London. I don't really care for The Howling, but I do love American Werewolf in London. But my favorite werewolf movie of the 80s is the Stephen King scripted Silver Bullet, based on his novella Cycle of the Werewolf. A werewolf is killing off townsfolk in the small town of Tarker's Mill. Marty, a 13-year-old boy confined to a wheelchair, eventually discovers the werewolf's identity. Marty manages to convince his bitchy sister and drunk uncle to help him stop the beast by creating a silver bullet.
Well, what if it's some kind of monster?
Yeah, what if it's some kind of monster?
You know, like a werewolf or something.
Oh, that's a good one.
Silver Bullet is a well-made and entertaining werewolf movie that features some memorable moments and a solid cast. Corey Haim is likable and convincing as the handicapped Marty. He turns in a great performance and shows off why he was such a big deal in the late 80s. The real star of the movie is Gary Busey as the drunk but lovable Uncle Red. He steals the show anytime he's on screen and offers up some of the movie's funniest moments.
Bartender says, "Hey, jackass, give me a drink." So the bartender pours him a drink. He drinks it. Sits there for a while. Says, "Hey, jackass, pour me another drink." So he pours another drink. The guy gets up and leaves. The guy that's sitting there says, "Hey, why do you let him call you jackass all the time?" The bartender says, "Oh, he always calls me that." I'm a little too old to be playing the Hardy Boys Meet Reverend Werewolf.
Busey turns in a sincere, humorous, and even touching performance. The kills in the film are pretty standard for werewolf kills. There is one memorable kill that stands out in a greenhouse, though, when a victim is impaled on a piece of wood before being torn to pieces. There's also a great scene where a lynch mob gets slaughtered in a foggy forest. Silver Bullet is also the rare werewolf movie where a kid gets killed. The biggest complaint I hear about the film is the weak werewolf design and costume, but I found it to be convincing and decent. It's definitely not on the same level as The Howling, but it fits with what kind of werewolf the filmmakers and Stephen King wanted. There's also a cool untransformation scene at the end where the werewolf turns back into a human, and it's pretty damn impressive and memorable. The big twist here is that the werewolf is actually the town priest. Everett McGill of People Under the Stairs fame is creepy and effective as the baddie.
I won't tell anyone.
You should have left me alone, Marty. I can't kill myself. Our religion teaches that suicide is the greatest sin a man or a woman can commit. Stella was going to commit suicide, and if she had done so, she would be burning in hell right now. By killing her, I took her physical life, but I saved her life eternal.
What I think are the shittiest aspects of the movie are the narration and the musical score. The narration wasn't really necessary, and the sentimental musical score just doesn't jive with the film's content. These are small nitpicks, because as I said, Silver Bullet is a very entertaining movie. It's shot well, edited competently, and features fine performances from the supporting cast. It also features a few genuinely suspenseful moments. One in particular revolves around Marty being chased down by a car. The one thing I don't think would fly nowadays is the blatant use of offensive comments towards Marty.
You always take his side because he's crippled. Well, it's not my fault he's crippled.
Sometimes I think your common sense got paralyzed along with your legs.
Damn cripple. Always end up on welfare. I'll electrocute them all.
Silver Bullet isn't necessarily a forgotten werewolf movie. A lot of people like it. It's just one with a weak reputation. But that reputation isn't really earned. I think Silver Bullet is a fun, scary, and effective werewolf flick that manages to make an old tale interesting and gets the audience invested in its characters.
Nicest piece of work I ever done, I think. It's got a low grain log, so it won't tumble. Ought to be pretty accurate.
Oh, well, shit, it's just a gag. I mean, what the heck you gonna shoot a .44 bullet at anyway? Made out of silver.
How about a werewolf?
Piss on the Yankees, piss on the Indians, piss on the Phillies, piss on the...
I don't know.
What's the matter, Bobby? You gonna make lemonade in your pants?
I ain't scared. Let's go.